Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about another Game of Thrones theory, and the theory is Tyrion Lannister actually a Targaryen? The theory goes that on the wedding night of Tywin and Joanna Lannister, the power-drunk Aerys used his status as king to claim the first betting rights to Joanna. Through either seduction or blackmail, he kept up a secret relationship with Joanna for years, which eventually led to Tyrion's birth. As fans know, Joanna died giving birth to Tyrion. Tywin always hated the imp for bringing about the death of Joanna, but the hatred might have been doubled if he knew who Tyrion's father really was, or so the theory goes. Evidence that supports this theory: in the books, Tyrion's physical description is closer to Targaryen than Lannister, with having white blonde hair and having different colored eyes, one being described as being very dark like Daenerys's. He also is the only character other than Daenerys to be able to interact with the dragons without being burned to a crisp, suggesting that it might be more than his silver tongue. It could be that he has Targaryen blood in his veins. Also, another point that supports this theory is Tywin's hatred for Tyrion. Since Jaime, Tyrion's older brother, is in the Kingsguard, Tyrion would be the heir to Castle Rock, but Tywin refuses to even consider the thought of making him the heir. Also, just the little jabs Tywin makes Tyrion, such as,
"And I would let myself be consumed by maggots before mocking the family name and making you heir to Casterly Rock."
Why?
Why? You ask that? You who killed your mother to come into the world? You are an ill-made, spiteful little creature, full of envy, lust, and low cunning. Men's laws give you the right to bear my name and display my colors, since I cannot prove that you are not mine. And to teach me humility, the gods have condemned me to watch you waddle about, wearing that proud lion that was my father's sigil and his father's before him. But neither gods nor men will ever compel me to let you turn Casterly Rock into your whorehouse. Go now.
You're no son of mine. I am your son. I have always been your son.
but you can take that with a grain of salt, because many times as he says, "You're not my son," he does say,
Why not my uncle? Why not anyone? Why me?
You're my son. You're a Lannister. You're my son.
So once again, you could take that with a grain of salt with that point. Now, the biggest reason why it's possible for Tyrion to be a Targaryen is the dragon has 3 heads prophecy that Daenerys heard in the House of the Undying. Some believe that the prophecy means that there will be 3 Targaryens who restore order to Westeros: Tyrion, Jon Snow, and Daenerys, making the 3 heads on the Targaryen sigil. Also, they have all shared certain moments in their stories. They've all had someone they've loved die. Daenerys with Khal Drogo, Jon with Ygritte, and Tyrion with Shae. They also all 3 killed their mothers when being born. Now I'm going to give you evidence that disputes this theory. Now in my mind, the one thing that makes Tyrion a Lannister, makes him Tywin's son, is that Tyrion is so much like Tywin. Specifically, the way they both play the game. I mean, Varys even says,
"You have your father's instincts for politics, and you have compassion."
So you can see how Tyrion could still be Tywin's son just because of the way they both think and the way they strategize in the political aspect of things. And you could say Tyrion is the only one in Westeros who can go toe-to-toe with Tywin in this regard. I personally have no idea. There's a hint that he's a Targaryen because of the way he handled the dragons, but how Tyrion is so similar to Tywin, and the only thing that makes sense is that he's his son. I don't think Tywin even knows if Tyrion is his son or not. That's why he flip-flops so much, saying, you aren't my son, you are my son. He doesn't even know. So what do you guys think? Is Tyrion a Lannister or is he a Targaryen? Leave it down in the comments below and have an awesome day.
Joffrey saw to that when he decided to remove Ned Stark's head.